Welcome to the 2024-2025 NSPAC Go the Distance Awards. My name is John Morris, and this is my second year being the MC for this evening. As I've shared with a couple of folks who asked me, what are you doing here? Not expecting to see me. I shared with them last year the wonders of social media and my inability to say no to things connected Nicole Marr and myself. Even though we were neighbors, we didn't realize it. Nicole was looking for a replacement MC, and a number of the folks nominated me. And my wife decided to confirm that nomination by the time I had gotten home from work that day. But I do have a just by way of quick background, 20 years ago, my son Sam, who had been recently diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, entered the Northborough-Southborough school system in the integrated preschool at the Z School with Colleen Berkhume, who seems to me is probably still 25, but no one's going to do the math right now. Over the course of the next 20 years, my family has had a very close connection with the special needs community, not just in Northborough-Southborough, but now extending to various parts of the country. Sam spent 19 years in the Northborough school system, going through, finishing at the age of 22, and is now an active member of Thrive and Marlborough's community-based day program, and was well set up and well skilled to participate that very actively. My son Will, who had a 504 in his years at Peasley School, got a lot of TLC and tutoring, and we still credit Karen Brown for the fact that he made Dean's List this year. My daughter Lily, who graduated Algonquin Regional last year, was a 4-year member of the Best Buddies program, and in her senior year, she was the president of Best Buddies, and they had an amazing year. After Lily graduated from Algonquin, with the help of the folks at Best Buddies, Kevin Hausman, and Alyssa and Nicole, Lily and I had the wonderful gift of being able to raise money for Best Buddies to run the Falmouth Road Race, and this community coalesced itself, and we were able to raise over $3,500 for Best Buddies of Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Lily has continued her work with students with IDDs, as she is an active participant in Holy Cross Best Buddies, is learning her way around the Worcester Best Buddies community, which involves schools like Assumption and Clark, and many of Sam's connections that he made in his years at Best Buddies are finding their ways into those communities as well. The tale of the NSPAC and the work that folks do in student services here is not just a year-to-year thing, but for my family, it's now been over 2 decades. So I want to thank you all on behalf of the Morse family. So I'm back again, not able to say no, and why would I? And I'll be your MC for this evening. And we have a brief speaking program at the beginning of the evening. After our brief speaking program, we will do the presentation of awards, and I'll explain a little bit about that at the conclusion of the brief speaking program. But to begin this evening, I would like to introduce the president of NSPAC, Alyssa Degon. Alyssa.
Thank you. Good evening. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight to celebrate the achievements of students, educators, and community members. I really love how this event reunites students with former teachers. I'll also mention that every year, without fail, we have a handful of families who reach out to us because they're struggling to decide how to narrow down their choice to just one nominee. It goes without saying that our school district has a ton of dedicated and caring staff, beyond those being formally recognized tonight. I'll start by providing some information about NSPAC and what we've been up to this year. NSPAC is a volunteer group. Our current board includes Shaista Qureshi, Nicole Marr, Joelle Gilmore, and Andrea Hamilton. And thank you to my team for a great year. Our team supports families of students ages 3 to 22 with special needs, medical challenges, and learning differences in the Northborough-Southborough and regional school districts. We volunteer to carry out the goals of NSPAC, such as organizing educational programs, supporting families, promoting inclusion, communicating and advising our school committees and district administration. Families can stay up to date on updates and events through our monthly newsletter, our website, and our Facebook page. Let's take a look at this past year's events. We held 2 workshops this year. The first workshop, called Understanding the IEP, helped families familiarize themselves with the new IEP form so they were better prepared for their annual IEP meetings. The second workshop focused on transition planning for students preparing their post-high school plans and careers, presented by NESCA. Student Support Services joined our general meetings to connect directly with families. We also invited the chiefs of police from Northborough and Southborough to discuss strategies for keeping your neurodiverse children safe in our community, including learning more about the Blue Envelope program and how to register your child in their system by submitting a person at risk form. We continued building community by hosting social events, including Parent Night Out socials and Coffee and Connects at varying locations. A highlight this year was our parent coffee at a community-based day program in Westborough called Post 22, where you reunited with many former CAP students who do a wonderful job as staff in training at the coffee house. We also invited families to join in an inclusive night at the Discovery Museum in Acton, a special evening where the museum opens its doors, offering free admission to a select number of families with neurodiverse children who register in advance and can enjoy a quieter, more relaxed atmosphere to enjoy all the museum has to offer. Our final event of the year is on June 5th. We'll meet at the Southborough Safety Building to hold our annual election and Q&A with Student Support Services. And we hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Alyssa. And now I'd like to introduce the superintendent of the Northborough-Southborough Schools, Mr. Greg Martineau.
John, I really liked how you said brief remarks. You said that 3 times, so I'm going to try to hold to that. So good evening and welcome. And I just want to begin by thanking NSPAC for organizing tonight's event. Your work creates a space where gratitude shines, and we're reminded how powerful a simple thank you can be. The ceremony is one of my favorite traditions. It's not just about awards, it's about recognizing perseverance, kindness, and the ways we support one another as a community. What makes tonight so meaningful is how genuine it is. Every nomination and every thank you is shared with a personal and heartfelt message. To the students and families who took the time to express appreciation, you've given a truly valuable gift, and thank you. This evening, I have a few people I'd like to recognize. First, our educators. Your work goes far beyond the classroom. Through your care and consistency, you help students feel seen and supported. You show up day after day, and we are stronger because of you. Thank you. To our parents and caregivers, as most parents realize, there is no handbook for parenting, but your love, presence, and perseverance make all the difference. You're a vital part of our school community, and we are grateful. I'd also like to acknowledge our Student Support Services team, Marie Allen, Deb Lemieux, Helene Desjardins, Kate Clark, and Jennifer Henry. Thank you for your steady, compassionate leadership. Much of your work is behind the scenes, but the impact is felt every day. And lastly, to NSPAC, thank you for being a constant voice of support and advocacy. A special thank you to Alyssa Degon, who has led with heart and determination as NSPAC president. Alyssa, your efforts have helped build a more inclusive and supportive district, and thank you. And finally, the remaining NSPAC board members. Shista Carisha, Communications Coordinator, Nicole Mayer, Recording Secretary, Joelle Gilmore, Treasurer, and Andrea Hamilton, Technology Officer. Your time and dedication are truly appreciated. So thank you. And most importantly, let's keep recognizing and celebrating those who go beyond and go the distance each and every day. Thank you.
Our spotlight speaker for this evening is Mr. Liam Fitzgerald. Liam, us old people often joke, I remember you when you were a baby, but I remember you when you were a baby. Liam has been out there and an out front leader ever since he was a little kid. Liam loves sports. My first encounters with Liam, other than being in the pews at St. Rose of Lima with his parents, was seeing that who is that kid hanging out with Matt Matero at the St. John's hockey games? It was Liam Fitzgerald. And then when Liam and Lily attended middle school together, who's the guy who's cheering really loud for the basketball teams? It was Liam Fitzgerald. And then when we were doing unified sports, who's that guy who gives it his all, whether it's on the track or unified basketball? Guess who? Liam Fitzgerald. Liam even helped me last year deliver the awards to the Go the Distance recipients at Algonquin Regional High School. We are super proud of all the ways that you have led this community, Liam. And we are really excited for your future next year at Vanderbilt University. Liam, you ready to come to the mic? Absolutely. Liam Fitzgerald.
Yeah, let's do this then, I guess.
You got it?
Hi everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Liam Fitzgerald. I'm 19 years old, a senior in high school, and proud to be standing here today. Looking back, it's hard to believe how fast time has flown by. From my early days at Z School to where I am today, it's been an amazing journey, one full of big dreams, hard work, and people who believed in me. When I was a little kid, I spent my days playing street hockey with my brother Nick. We weren't just brothers, we were best friends. My parents, my biggest supporters, helped prepare me for school and for life. They never gave up on me, even when the road got tough. And it did get tough. I faced leukemia when I was young, and I've grown up with Down syndrome, but I never let either of those stop me. I pushed through and kept dreaming. Middle school brought new challenges and new opportunities. My mom and dad encouraged me to get involved, whether it was helping with the basketball team, joining Special Olympics, or building a vision board for my future. That vision board helped me doing big, like getting my first job at Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion last summer. One memory I will never forget was getting to play in the last middle school basketball game, thanks to Coach McDonald, who always believed in me. He even helped me with math on the bus rides to games. High school brought some of my best memories, like being an assistant manager for the varsity baseball and basketball teams, where the players and coaches truly welcomed me as one of their own. Thank you to Coach McDonald, Coach Gallagher, Coach Rogers, Coach Matt, Cahill, Coach Kinney, and Coach Redden. You've taught me what it means to be a teammate and a leader. I'm also so thankful for Auntie Judy, who I talk to every single day. When I'm stressed or feeling down, she lifts me up. We have a bond that can't be broken. And my best friend Jacob, we've been close since the first day of school, and even though we go to different schools now, he still makes time to hang out at my house and visits me at the lake every summer. Last year, with a lot of studying and support from my teachers, especially Miss Gilpin and Miss Can, I passed the MCAS and will officially graduate with my diploma in May. I even memorized a full monologue from the movie Miracle for my post-speaking class, and I nailed it. After graduation, I will spend my summer in New Hampshire before heading to Vanderbilt University in Nashville this fall. It was a tough decision. But in the end, we trusted my gut, and my gut said go to Vanderbilt. Good academic program, sports, and country music. I'm excited for this next chapter. To everyone who helped me get here today, my mom and my dad, Nick, Auntie Judy, Jacob, my coaches, teachers, teammates, and my friends, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You believed in me. You helped me believe in myself. To everyone listening, don't blink. Life moves fast. From doctor's visits to Friday night lights, from prom night to post-speaking, it all goes by in a flash. Every hard day, every joyful moment, it's all part of the journey. So take it in, celebrate it, and keep going the distance, even when it's hard. This chapter closes and a new one begins. I'm ready, and I hope I've made you proud.
Liam, would you like to take over the MC role next year? No? Right, that's right. Well, you know, if you get back in time, we can schedule it. Once again, Liam Fitzgerald. Just a couple notes for the evening as we begin the presentation of the awards. For the folks in the crowd tonight, I want to invite you to be comfortable if you have to get up or move around, or you have to stretch. Whatever you need to do, you are amongst friends. You are amongst people who share your experience and appreciate that experience. So don't be afraid to get up, to run around, to move as you need to be moved. We get it. We get it, Mom and Dad, all right? For the presentation of the awards this evening, I want to just talk a little bit about the procedure. The way we'll present the awards is we'll present awards school by school. We'll be reading the name of each of the recipients from the school. For the recipients, we ask you to hang in your seat until everyone from your school has been called, and then we'll call everyone from a school forward for a big round of applause for the whole school community. So, without further ado, we will begin with the Woodward School in Southborough. Our first recipient is Jenny Bogart. One of Jenny's students said, "Ms. Bogart is very kind, patient, and supportive." Our second recipient of the Go the Distance This Word award from Woodward School is Brittany Crowley. Brittany had multiple nominations, and we're going to read a couple. Congratulations, Brittany. One student's parent said of Brittany, she has been overall her favorite teacher she's ever had. Another parent said of Brittany, she's offered her son flexibility and routine and is always happy to listen to what's on his mind, even if, especially if, it's a silly joke. Our third recipient tonight is Megan Duchesne. A parent said of Megan, she's an exemplary teacher in the way she treats her students by making them feel valued and included. Our next recipient from Woodward, Heather Hall. Parent reflecting on Heather in her son's year said, she's more than just a teacher to our son. She's been a true mentor and caregiver. A second family reflected, where others might have seen limitations, you discovered possibilities. The next recipient is Nicole Kelleher. Nicole is an amazing teacher who is extremely perceptive with a genuine understanding of each of her students. And finally, my neighbor, Kelly Kiley. As a school nurse at Woodward, a family said, she looks out for all of our students. We feel lucky to have had a special bond with her, and that's true of all of us neighbors and true of her family as well. Kelly's a great one through and through. Call forward the recipients from Woodward School. Congratulations on receiving the Go the Distance Award. Our next recipients are from Algonquin Regional High School. The first recipient of a Go the Distance Award is Amanda Brotherton. One family reflected on Amanda that she has been so helpful to our son and to us as parents this year. Second recipient is Amanda Davidson. One of Amanda's students reflected, "I feel comfortable coming to her with anything. She's really great." A second reflected similarly, "She's always an amazing person to talk to, and she really helps me through my problems and makes me feel better." The third recipient this year from Algonquin is known as not just an excellent teacher, but an excellent coach. And now that he's received a Go the Distance Award, I may drop my grudge for beating St. John's in 2005 and 2006. John Frederick, a family reflected on Mr. Frederick. "Thank you for helping our son develop an appreciation for English. At the midpoint in the year, our son made a declaration. Mr. Frederick's class is the best. He does everything right." Linda Hutchins. "Mrs. Hutchins has more than gone the distance for me," one of her students reflected. "Through every year of high school, she's believed in me and encouraged me." Our next recipient, Sherry Nolan Hess, received 2 nominations as well. Sherry is an amazing teacher, but more than that, she's a mentor and advocate for her students. A second student reflected, "Sherry is the kindest, most open-minded person I know." Lisa Pagan. And I can share with you, Lisa is someone whose family also is extremely dedicated for these many, many years that she's been involved with the Northborough-Southborough schools. Lisa has worked with my son Sam for both as a little guy at Peasley and continues her great work this year at Algonquin, even showing up with the triplets at the Friendship Ball this year. Lisa's warm and upbeat attitude puts our son at ease, and he enjoys working with her. Our next recipient is Kelly Vieira. Ms. Vieira is the person who made my success in and out of school possible. And finally, Sarah Weintraub. A parent shared of Sarah, "We genuinely see the close connection they have," speaking of Sarah and their student, "and her infectious belief in our daughter is undeniable." I call forward the recipients from Algonquin Regional for this year's Go the Distance Award. Congratulations, Go Titans. Our next school on the docket is Proctor School in Northborough. The first recipient this year for the Go the Distance Award from the Proctor School is Amanda DeBono. Amanda's students shared with the committee, "I like when she gives me train pictures to color. She makes me happy." Our second recipient is Diane Gage. Another student reflected, "Mrs. Gage is so kind. She helps me every day." And our third and final recipient of a Go the Distance Award is Alexandra O'Connor. Alexandra's student reflected, "I think she's a very good teacher. She makes class as fun and as interesting as she can." Come forward, the folks from the Proctor School, to receive your Go the Distance Award. Congratulations. This year we have two recipients from the Lincoln Street School here in Northborough. Our first recipient, now remember, I said of Liam, I remember Liam when he was a baby. I'm not that old. Our next recipient I remember when you were a babysitter. And perhaps the best babysitter, and we could always see, those of us families here in Northborough, we could see right away you had a gift to work with children, and a gift to work with children who needed a little extra attention and a lot of extra patience. That included maybe all three of the Morses, maybe 2 out of the 3. Erin Carney. A parent said of Erin, "She has helped them realize how smart he is and the potential that he can reach." And our second recipient from Lincoln Street School is Megan Reed. Megan goes above and beyond to make each child feel safe, loved, and cared for. Congratulations, Erin and Megan, for receiving the Go the Distance Award from the Lincoln Street School. Our next recipients are from the Neary School in Southborough. Our first recipient, Emma Davis. One of Mrs. Davis's students said of her, "Mrs. Davis is not only incredibly kind, but she makes learning fun and exciting." Our second recipient from Neary is Jessie Hamill. Ms. Hamill has made learning fun, and our daughter has enjoyed spending time with her. In a second nomination for Jessie, a parent noted, "Jessie has helped my daughter improve her academic skills." Our third recipient this year from NERI is Jennifer Matthews. A parent shared, "It is thanks to her extraordinary job that we can ensure both my children can navigate their school days." Fourth recipient this year from NERI School is Vanexlina Stathi. Ms. Stathi helps me with math, reading, and everything. She helps me pay more attention during the school day. I love her. Congratulations for the folks from NERI School on your Go the Distance Award. Please come up and receive your awards. Now, I promised Alyssa that I would keep this moving, but it's going to be a real challenge when we get to Peaslee School here for me not to throw in a few comments, so bear with me. This year's first recipient I met probably 17, 18 years ago, and has been not just, and I've gotten to know Karen Brown as a teacher to my children, as a parent of her own children, one of whom graduated from St. John's, where I work, and as I can say over the past few years, given the connections and the places we find ourselves sometimes together as a friend. Karen's commitment to the special needs community goes beyond just her work day, and it extends through her family. Her son Andrew initiated the first Best Buddy chapter at St. John's when he was a student at St. John's, and that's lasted now for the last 2 or 3 years, where some of our students are able to participate in the wonderful Friendship Ball and be great fans, bring the super fans to the unified sports. Her daughters continue their work with Best Buddies. Karen, even one year when a chaperone was needed to keep an eye on the St. John's guys, which happens sometimes at the Friendship Ball, sent me a little email saying, "Take the night off, I got them." And they're more afraid of her than they are of me. This year, one of Karen's students said of her, "Mrs. Brown goes out of her way to make me laugh and make me happy." And that's true, I think, of everybody, Karen. Our second recipient is Elizabeth Fitzgerald. A parent said of Elizabeth, "Your guidance and encouragement have been instrumental in his journey, and your impact is truly invaluable." Kathy Marcello. Kathy is another one of those who greeted our family into the Peaslee community when we didn't know a lot about what it meant to have a student or to have a son with special needs, and what would that mean and how would it work. Kathy's creative. She truly thinks outside the box to make sure that her students receive what they need within the Peaslee community. And I agree with this parent when she says she's gone above and beyond to inspire and motivate our son during his time with her. And finally, Judy Southey. Judy creatively uses our son's personal interests to engage him in learning activities and increase his language skills. Let's have a big round of applause to the Go the Distance Award winners from the Peaslee School. Our next school is also one of the elementary schools here in Northborough, Z School. That's right, Z School! Yeah! Our first recipient from Z School this year of a Go the Distance Award is Deb Miller. A parent said of Deb, "Ms. Miller is so kind and always goes that extra mile for all her students." Our second recipient this year from Z School is Joanne Gorham. One of the folks in the Z School community reflected about their child's experience. "Mrs. Gorham's patience and kindness is straight from the heart, and it means so much to our family." Victoria Leisure. "There are not enough words to describe the impact Mrs. Ledger has had on our daughter." The next recipient from Z School is Cynthia Taylor. One of Cynthia's students said, "She makes the classroom a happy place to be every day." And finally, Myra Vaughn. "Mrs. Vaughn is an incredibly dedicated teacher. She is very kind, patient, and flexible." Please come forward, the recipients of the Go the Distance Award from Z School. Congratulations again, Z. For those of you at the front of the room, we actually have a nice little light soundtrack going in the background. Thank you for arranging the soundtrack for me this year. They're good, yeah. Our next recipients are from the Mary Finn School in Southborough. Our first recipient this year of a Go the Distance Award is Jocelyn Bossart. Bossart? Thank you. I got the Jocelyn right? Should I start again?
No, you can continue going. There's no need for a second.
Thank you. One of the parents at the Finn School said, Jocelyn has really taken her under her wing and has encouraged her to blossom in a safe and affirming place. The second recipient this year from the Finn School is Stephanie Hayes. It is very clear that Mrs. Hayes knows each of her students well and puts individualized thought into each one of her first graders' experiences. Our third recipient this year from the Finn School is Carissa Jenkins. A parent noted of Carissa that she should receive this award for, quote, going above and beyond for her students, always recognizing a student's potential and helping them to achieve their goals with support, encouragement, and patience. And our fourth and final recipient of a Go the Distance Award this year from Finn is Kathy Wilson. One parent reflected, she's always available for questions and most importantly, has had a positive influence on our daughter. Finn School recipients, please come up and receive your Go the Distance Award. Our next two schools represent the middle school years at the communities in Northborough and Southborough. We'll do Trotter first from Southborough, and then we'll do Melican from Northborough. Having recently dipped into middle school education, they all should receive the Go the Distance Award. You think so? I will pass that along to my superiors, if they invite me back. I will begin with Trotter School in Southborough. And our first recipient, and what I also love about the middle school is you can really hear you hear the parent voices, of course, but you hear the middle school student voices too, which is awesome. Our first recipient is Katie Cerrone. A parent shared with the committee her ability to communicate with the student from a place of empathy and understanding while being matter-of-fact encouraged the student to hone his executive skills during the school year. Our second recipient from Trotter School was nominated by a student, and in true middle school student fashion, every day going to her class makes me happy. Our third recipient is Deb Manning. A family reflected on Deb. I can't thank Miss Manning enough for all the work that she's done with my son. And Our final recipient from Trotter School is Nancy Serapiglia. Well, we're going to actually let the video do the talking on this one instead of me.
Hi, Mrs. Serapiglia. Thank you for keeping me floating and for keeping me on top of things.
Mrs. Serapiglia is helpful and kind. She helps me to get my work done. Please come forward, the folks from Trotter School, for your Go the Distance Awards. The final school that we'll be honoring tonight is Melican Middle School. I have the pleasure of working with our first recipient from Melican, Joanne Diaz. Joanne and I worked many years together at St. John's before she transitioned to a second career working at Melican. I know Joanne to be someone who is extremely humble, has amazing gifts to work with the brightest students and with the students who struggle the most. She knows how to make sure that the student needs to get the work they need to get done, while always knowing that they're loved and cared for. That's my experience of Joanne. At Melican, one of Joanne's students this year said, "She helps me every day and helps me to be the best student that I can be." Our second student is a social studies teacher extraordinaire, Michael Grasha. If every student had a teacher like Mr. Grasha, someone who genuinely understands the importance of mental health and takes the time to offer meaningful support, we would see a profound difference in so many students' lives. One of his students said, "Not only does he help me understand the material better, but they also take time to connect with me as a person." The next recipient from Melican Middle School, I feel like I've read her name before and seen her nominated. I'd love to count up the number of times she's been nominated by students and parents at Melican. A family reflected, "I don't know where we would be without her as part of our team." Jessica Himmelman is pretty special. The next recipient from Melican is Jennifer Johnson. Family shared, "We are so deeply grateful for her presence and advocacy and want to ensure she knows how much we appreciate her unwavering support." A second family reflected, "Melican should be proud to have you on their staff. We thank you and truly appreciate all that you've done for our child." The next recipient from Melican also received 2 nominations, and I think Sam Morse may have been one of your first students. That's a reflection on my age, Ron, not yours. Ron Kurtz. He's the best teacher. My son is very happy with him because he has the patience and he teaches all the kids with love. A second family noted, Ron pays attention to details that help our son become more successful in school, academically and leisurely. And our final recipient from Melican Middle School, from the counseling office, Lauren O'Neill. Through patience, consistency, and genuine care, she built a strong and trusting relationship with our son. Melican School recipients, please come up and receive your Go the Distance Award. One of the amazing things about living in Northborough or Southborough is not just the way the schools have made inclusion an important part of the student's experience. I think it's very special, and it's been a big part of my life, to see the way in which community members in our area also have incorporated the lessons of inclusion that are so strongly reinforced in the Northborough-Southborough schools and have now extended into the community. Each year, the NSPAC also invites families to nominate community members who have supported our kids in their journey through these school years. And we have 3 community members who are being honored this year. Our first community member is Dr. Andrea Long. One of Andrea's patients said, Dr. Andrea helps me learn about my feeling by doing fun crafts and activities. I enjoy talking to her, but don't take it from me.
Hi, Dr. Andrea. Thank you for helping me. You're really nice.
Our second community member is Rennie Mooney, who is the Southborough Extended Day Coordinator at the Neary School. Family reflected, Rennie has been an open heart for our daughter through the good and the bad. She has made SEDP a second home, in a place she can feel comfortable no matter what is going on in her life. And this year's third recipient of the Community Award is Dawn Ronan, who is a dance instructor at Spirit in Motion Dance Academy. Dawn fosters an all-inclusive environment and welcomes everyone with loving arms, including my daughter. Community Member Award recipients, please come up and receive your Go the Distance Award. And one more time, let's have a big round of applause to all of our 2025 Go the Distance Award winners. And before I introduce the president of the NSPAC, I'd like to call to the microphone Nicole and Joelle.
Surprise. You probably didn't expect to see us. We are up here because there is a very special lady retiring from her role on NSPAC this year. So Alyssa Deegan has been part of the NSPAC board for 7 years. This is her 7th Go the Distance. She has done this in the cafeteria in 90 degrees. She has done this on Zoom, which you can imagine was an interesting experience. And she's done it tonight in a nor'easter in May. So she's definitely gone the distance for the awards. But in addition to that, Alyssa goes the distance all of the time. Her attention to detail, the inclusive nature with which she's welcomed all the families, all the board members into NSPAC. I can tell you myself that when we get emails from parents, or from especially parents coming to the district that are, tell me about the district, tell me what it's like, the response that she writes, the thoughtfulness she puts in, the consideration and care, it's really inspiring, and you put that into everything that you do. So serving on the board with you has been really special. And we just want to acknowledge all the great work you've done. I do need to say, we know you will miss the superintendent meetings where you get all the tea about what's going on in the district. So if you have some kind of professor emeritus position and you're considering Alyssa, we recommend her. So enjoy your retirement from NSPAC, and thank you for all you've done.
Congratulations. And now for closing remarks. Alyssa.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for helping us. Thank you everyone for helping us to celebrate district staff members and community members who have made a positive impact in the life of special education students. We thank everyone who shared their positive experiences as part of the nomination process. A special congratulations to Marie Allen on her retirement. Marie held a variety of positions within our district starting back in 2004, but for the past 10 years has served as the Director of Student Support Services. Marie worked closely with NSPAC during that time frame, and we wish her well in her retirement. A heartfelt thank you to the District Central Office, Student Support Services team, our school committee liaisons, and building principals. Also, thank you to our sponsors, including tonight's photographer, Chelsea. Here she is. Chelsea Steele from All Things Sparkly, Wegmans for providing snacks and supplies, the Northborough Junior Women's Club for volunteering at tonight's event, out front serving us, and providing their own delicious treats. A special thank you to our MC, John Morse. Thank you to the technical and janitorial staff at Algonquin for their assistance tonight, and to Peaslee School for providing our gorgeous art backdrop. Last but not least, once again, thank you to students and families who wrote such beautiful nominations. Before everyone runs out of here, Chelsea is hoping to grab a photo of the winners all together up here, I think on the stage. Okay, so don't run away. But thank you, everybody.